Hey, what's going on? I'm L'Apprentice Demond, and in this video, we're going to do a review on SmartWater's Tranquility. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this poured up. This is another SmartWater brand. You would think they would stop, but people keep buying them, so they keep making them. And of course, this is made by Coca-Cola. Not sure if you knew that. In fact, all the SmartWaters owned and made by Coca-Cola. And we're going to be testing it though to see if this does any different than the other ones against this electrolyzed reduced water. And the first test we are doing is on antioxidants. This is the most important test. And it's because we have all these things around us known as free radicals. They're in the air, they're in our foods, they hide under the beds, they show up in our car, and they are around taking the electrons from our healthy cells. When that happens, that creates oxidation and inflammation. Those two things are linked to every single health disease known to man. So think of any type of itis. Any type of itis you're experiencing, that's inflammation in the body. Bronchitis, tendinitis, any type of itis you're experiencing, inflammation, okay? So we want to consume antioxidants because they're going to give those struggling cells the electrons they need to lower that inflammation, help get rid of that itis, and actually lower that oxidation so we can stay looking young and youthful. So we are going to check for antioxidants using this meter right here, okay? And ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to take this meter, put it in both of the waters, and if we get a positive number, that means it's creating oxidation, inflammation, and dis-ease in the body. And if we see a negative number, that means it's a strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging water. So let's see what we get here with SmartWater's Tranquility. I don't know if this is going to be any different than any other SmartWaters out there. We're going to take a look though. And it is showing a 135. All right, it's showing a positive 135 though, so that means it's oxidizing. And slowly going up. It's going up 142, 145, right? So let's take a look at electrolyzed reduced water. See how it does. What are we seeing? Oh, we're seeing a negative 739, all right? Negative 739. Strong antioxidant, all right? So there you have it. That's all we need to know is that this SmartWater, like all the other ones, is oxidizing. Let's go ahead and jump into our next test. Alrighty, on to our second test. This one's all about alkalinity. And really, we just want to ensure that our blood maintains at 7.365, and it's going to do it. The question is, are we giving it things that's going to help it or things that are going to harm it? All right, so our waters play a major role in that. So what we're going to do, I guess, is we're going to take these pH drops and put them in both of the waters. If we get a red or orange or yellow, that means it's acidic and it's forcing our body to take minerals from us in order to maintain that pH, all right? If we see a blue or purple or dark purple, we know it's alkaline and it's actually pulling the minerals from that water, from what we're doing there to help bring balance to all the acidity that we consume day in and day out. So let's see what we get here with SmartWater's Tranquility water. All right, SmartWater Tranquility. Oh snap, look at it. It's looking alkaline. We're getting an 8. And with the electrolyzed reduced water, we're getting a 9. Maybe a little higher than that. So I don't believe Coke. I don't think they're ever gonna make anything that great for us, but they may surprise me. But either way, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna test and see how strong it is at battling acidity by blowing into it, okay? If it's a truly strong alkaline beverage, it's gonna maintain that color. It could go down a little bit, possibly to neutral, but the thing we don't want is for it to go acidic, because that means they're trying to fool us, all right? So let's see what happens here with SmartWater's Tranquility. Come on, man. I'm not gonna lie, it smells great. But this is acidic. So let's see what they have in here. All right, let's take a look at this. Coke almost surprised me. So their main selling point on this is it has ashwagandha and tangerine extract. But this is a vapor distilled water, so this is distilled water. And so when you have a distilled water, they boil it and then they catch it in another container, the water that becomes vapor, right? And so it's already void of its minerals, okay? And so it's already acidic because your water normally has minerals to it. And then they added in tangerine extract, calcium chloride, which is a salt. It's normally a salt that they use to de-ice roads. Magnesium chloride, and these are electrolyte sources, right? That's how you're getting the color. And then they added ashwagandha extract and potassium bicarbonate, which is an alternative for baking soda. Okay, so those are the things that they're adding to make it appear alkaline. They are chemically altering the water here. And if you've seen any of the SmartWater videos I've done, this is no surprise. So let's see what happens though with electrolytes reduced water. We'll see what happens, all right? Alright, it's not changing, right? So, the reason why, because there's no chemicals added to this. It's not chemically altered water, okay? This has an electrical charge to it, and that's the difference, okay? So, when it comes to pH, this is what your doctors are referring to when they tell you not to consume too much alkaline water because the chemicals that are in it are going to build up in the body, which we'll talk about that in a minute. That's what they're referring to. This is completely different. All right, so when it comes to pH, there you have it. This is the final results. Let's go ahead and jump into our next test. Alrighty, on to our third test, my favorite, superior hydration. We want to make sure that we're getting hydrated at a cellular level, okay? We want to make sure water is small enough to actually help bring nutrients to our cells and help get rid of waste throughout the body, okay? So what we're going to do to test that is we are going to make tea. All right, so in my installment of making a better product for you guys have asked me to use 2 tea bags, all right, to have a fair advantage and see which one actually makes tea. See if it's actually even possible, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 tea bags. And those tea bags are going to represent us dehydrated, right? And we're simply wanting the water to pass through that tea bag, pull out the tea, and if we get something like that, then guess what? We will have some tea. I know you think it's impossible because you're used to boiling the water. And when we boil it, we're making the water small and moving quick to help make the tea. But let's see what happens here. We are going to do SmartWater on this side. Try to make sure I fill them up evenly. And we'll do our ERW on this side. It's pretty close, right? Alright. And then we're gonna give both of these 10 dunks, okay? Alright. So, here we go. Alright, let's see what happens here. Try to make sure I got all the stuff at the bottom. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I don't know, I feel like I could keep doing this and I won't get anything, right? I'm barely getting any tea, but the electrolyzed reduced water immediately made tea, okay? So that shows you that this water is smaller, which means if we're taking ibuprofen or aspirin to get rid of the headache that we probably really have from being dehydrated, if we take it with this water, it's going to help get that ibuprofen through the body better to actually help get rid of that headache. Or if you're taking supplements, if you're taking, I don't know, if you're taking magnesium or something like that, and you want it to impact the body quicker, the right water can help make that happen. This water here is just going to sit in our stomach, okay? And with those minerals, it's going to end up building up in the body, and this is what your doctors talk about your water that's alkaline leading to alkalosis, okay? So let's keep that in mind, but I don't know. Let me see. Let me try this thing here. So we know that electrolyzed reduced water did good here. I'm just curious. I want to try one more thing. So I'll take that one. Let me grab 2 more cups. I want to split it and see if it changes anything. So let's split this. It's about the same, right? Let's just add more water. Both of them have light tea, right? So if I take the electrolyzed reduced water and add it here, like it immediately starts making tea. That's crazy, right? Because there's already tea there, and that's what I'm talking about. Like if you're cooking, you don't need all that brown sugar. However, if we try this here, let's see what happens. It just gets diluted, right? It doesn't change. So that just goes to show you that this isn't really hydrating us, okay? With that being said, let's do a quick recap on this water. Alrighty, so we did a review on SmartWater's Tranquility water, and we tested it for 3 things. While it's not going to give us tranquility, it's going to give us some transparency. That first test was on antioxidants, so we saw that this was oxidizing. It was sitting around like a 140, 150, I believe, while the electrolyzed reduced water was showing up as a negative, maybe 700, right? The second test we did was on alkalinity, and both of these showed up alkaline. I believe your SmartWater showed up around an 8, while the electrolyzed reduced water showed up as a 9.5. So I gave them some acidity, all right? I blew into them. And when I did, this ended up being fake. It ended up dropping down to a 5, showing that it's chemically altered to get that alkaline, while the electrolyzed reduced water maintained its 9.5 pH, even though I blew into it for longer. The last test we did was on superior hydration. We took 2 separate tea bags, dunked them 10 times into both of the waters, and we saw that the electrolyzed reduced water hydrates better. Like, it's smaller water, so it's actually able to hydrate better and make more tea, while the SmartWater simply wasn't able to do it. And I'm telling you right now, it's the water, right? So there you have it. That's my review on SmartWater's Tranquility. If you're looking for a better water, if you're taking these supplements, if you value your health and want the best, you should probably check this out, this electrolyzed reduced water. I have a full masterclass all about it. You can check the link in the description of the video, or check out the first link pinned in the comments section, all right? Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.